Okay, before I let the sister cook, okay, she gonna cook for a second, but I will have to tell our sisters she is wrong. Don't no man want to grow old alone. Doesn't. A man needs a woman to nurture his heart with affection. You know what I'm saying? She said 90% of all black men don't want to get married. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? I know some players. I really do, family. I know some bachelors. I know a lot of men who like a lot of women. But at the same time, that's a small fraction of our people like that. The majority of men want a family. The majority of men want to grow old with one woman. You know what I'm saying? One woman. We don't want to grow old alone. I know how Kevin Samuels, he used to tell the sisters, once you get a cat or a dog and die alone, ain't nobody trying to be alone over here. You know what I'm saying? And definitely to sit there and to spend my life all by myself and not have a partner. You know what I'm saying? That's the same reasoning with saying that it's a lot of black men that don't love God. That's you know what I'm saying? That is a lot. It's like 80% of us worship God. So to please our God, we already know that a man is incomplete without a woman. We already know that. And if we have to spend some time to weed through women to get the woman that's more fair to us, then we're going to have to do that. But I don't understand the sister sitting over here talking about that 90% of black men don't want a black woman. That's the most stupidest thing I have ever heard. All right. I took my bias.
Black men do not want to marry. It says 90%. You could talk about.
Stop. She's talking about men that are players. Not every black man is a player. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure 80% of us know how to keep a woman and only need one woman. Okay, go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
Facts, but I'm going to give you stats, Willie. 90% of black men would never marry. 30% of black women would never be married and have to marry outside their race.
She really don't know facts and statistics. She don't really know that 80% of black men choose to marry women, but they end up divorcing us. You know what I'm saying? 80% of all black men at one point in their life are going to be married. It's just the fact that only 50% of all marriages last. So she's already wrong. Go ahead, sister.
If they want to get married in general, family is what creates wealth, not individualistic. And so unless we start to marry together and have two-parent households who have two incomes with families who can commune together, we don't have a community. Black men do.
Okay, she just described the nuclear family. That's what you're supposed to do. To get wealth, to pass it down to the generations that come after. The father, he said, a good man leaves an inheritance for his son and for his grandsons. Okay, that's a given. It is good to come together as one. This is what we're supposed to do. But the only clause, the only mad where I get with her is that she's off with her numbers. She telling sisters out there that we don't want to be married and we ain't gonna get married, and that's the number one thing that we be fighting for in our whole entire life. To get a sister.
Not want to marry. It says 90%, and you could talk about facts, but I'm gonna give you stats, Willie. 90% of black men would never marry. 30% of black women would never be married and have to marry outside their race if they want to get married in general. Family is what creates wealth, not individualistic. And so unless we start to marry together and have two-parent households who have two incomes with families who can commune together, we don't have a community.